Who here is a Kyrian? Who here chose the Kyrian covenant? Mage's Kyrian here. So there's a couple of you that chose the Kyrians. Fuck the blue taxi smurfs. Alright. There's something very interesting that came out of... So I don't have a Kyrian yet. I'm Necrolords, obviously. But I'm gonna have everything eventually. I don't have yet, but I will eventually have everything up and running. So, here's the thing. If you do the Kyrian campaign, yeah, you play through the Kyrian Covenant campaign, you get to the point where they tell you how they function. So how they bring souls into it. And there you learn something rather disgusting. They've known that the Arbiter is down for a long time now. Yet they've never stopped. So this is how the Kyrian do things. When someone dies, they take the soul, they bring it to Erebos, they let the soul go into the soul stream. The soul stream takes it to the Arbiter judges the soul, and the Kyrian wait on the other end to pick up the soul and to take the soul to whichever realm the Arbiter deemed them to go to. Knowing that the Arbiter is down, the Kyrian have never stopped bringing souls into the soul stream. There's something far more interesting than that, however. The natural flow of the souls, which we've discussed multiple times here. The soul stream takes souls from the great beyond into the Shadowlands, naturally flowing into the Maw now that the Arbiter is no longer there. But it never stopped the Kyrians. The Kyrians knew that these souls were going straight into the Maw, and yet they continued to pick up souls, take them into the soul stream, and let those souls go into the Maw, never stopping. This is what is wrong with the Shadowlands. This is what is wrong with the Kyrian specifically. After everything that they know, I mean, they know how dangerous Zuvul is. They know the issue that Zuvul could become, and yet their duty, their sense of duty will not allow them to stop. To say, hold up, the Arbiter is down, we need to stop with these souls, or maybe fuck taking the souls to the Arbiter, let's just take them to whichever realm we think is the best for them. No. The souls must go into the soul stream, and if those souls end up in the Maw, that's just the way it is. Purpose be praised, right? That's literally how they fucking think. Purpose be prayed, it must be the purpose. Maybe the purpose wants all these souls in the Maw. But there's something bigger there. We now know, because the Kyrian explained to us. They collect the soul in the Great Beyond, into the soul stream, and then they have to recollect the soul once the soul has appeared in front of the Arbiter. My question: does this now finally, in the minds of everyone listening right now, all of you listening right now, do you finally agree with me that the natural flow of souls is Great Beyond Maw? Is there still anyone, let me ask you this way, is there still anyone that does not agree with that? A soul lives on Azure, or lives in the Great Beyond, it dies, it enters the soul stream, and it flows straight into the Maw. Implanted in the stream? Yeah, Erebos is definitely implanted right there. It's not meant to be there. But now I'm going to blow your minds even more. The Maw isn't even the natural place where souls need to go. If souls were naturally meant to go from the Great Beyond into the Maw, then the Kyrian would not be required to pick the souls up as they die and take them to the soul stream. It would be natural. A soul dies, a soul enters the soul stream, the soul goes into the Maw. But that's not what happens. It is the Kyrian that takes the soul and then pushes it into the soul stream. So this is the first unnatural part of our lives. The first unnatural bend. So even before we get to the the complete bonkers idea of we are servants into perpetuity for these eternal ones, the very existence of the Shadowlands might be a schemaz. You see, I believe it was meant to be different. I believe that someone here asked, so the souls are lost. No. You were meant to go to whoever you served. So, for example, if you served life, you would have gone to life. That would have been your afterlife. Uther sort of confirms this. Devos tells Uther that it's over, and he's like, I serve the light. And what did Uther say again? We have to fucking, listen to Uther here. Uther pretty much confirms this.
Light, save my soul.
Fuck, such a powerful line. Light, save my soul.
Uther.
Where am I?
Welcome to Bastion. You led a truly selfless life, and for that, you have been chosen.
Chosen?
To shed your mortal burdens and join the ranks of the Ascended, serving to ferry the souls of the dead unto the Shadowlands.
I serve the light, and my work is not done.
I serve the light, and my work is not done. Uther confirms this. Our destinies, our true destinies, prior to the construction of the Shadowlands, would have been to go to where we served. In other words, as a warlock, even in my normal life, I like chaos. I prefer chaos over order. So I would have gone to the realms of disorder. I would have served disorder into perpetuity. If I served death, I would have gone to death. If I served the light, light, life, life, order, order, void, void. But something changed. We have even more evidence of this if we go to the, what's the cinematic called again? That's my video. I want to see just the video. Just the normal fucking video. Here we go. I think it's this one. I don't want to watch my video again on this.
For uncounted eons, the shadow...
Listen to what this guy says here.
Uncounted eons, the Shadowlands was in perfect order.
The Shadowlands was in perfect order. For uncounted eons, the Shadowlands was in perfect order. Is there still someone here that believes that this is natural? That the Shadowlands is natural, it's how the first ones intended it to be, it's how the souls were always meant to be. Don't you think that forces like the light and forces like the void would feel ever so slightly slighted by the idea that their own servants do not come to them? I mean, think about religion, right? If we go, and I realize this might be a dangerous path to go on, but imagine you're a Christian or a Muslim or a Buddhist and you die, right? And all of a sudden you end up in the wrong heaven, not the place that was promised to you. Imagine in a world where all of this is real, so everything is real. Every religion is real. You'd be pissed. You'd be like, but this is the God that I served, and now suddenly someone decided, nah, screw it, we'll take you to another heaven. You'd be like, what the fuck? I served this god because this is where I wanted to be. This is the god that I wanted to serve. And yet, it doesn't work that way for us. We serve our individual cosmological forces, and before you go, but dude, our cosmological forces isn't exactly religions. I will have you know, tell that to the paladins and the priests. Their cosmological forces are very much religions. Warlocks spend eons, or well, not eons, but if they were immortal, they probably would. But warlocks spend decades meditating and honing their skills within the Fel, communing with demons, driving themselves ever deeper into the Fel. So in my opinion, the whole setup is wrong. This entire universe is wrong. The very nature of our universe is wrong. So does it make sense now to you why Sylvanas wants to destroy it? And in this instance, I will give an inch. She may actually say, we can't even choose who we serve. Because we really can't. You can't choose. Uther said, I serve the light. Right? I already closed that video. But Uther did say, I serve the light. What did the Shadowlands say? Ellie giggle, no. And legitimately what Deva said. If you read between the lines, she literally said kappa. Right? As soon as he said, I serve the light, she went kappa. Because he doesn't serve jack shit. He serves whatever the Eternal Ones of the Shadowlands decide he serves. The point is, this entire universe is corrupt. And I'm always reminded whenever I think of Sylvanas in what, oh my god, did I close that video as well? Fuck my life, I closed that video as well. But never mind. In the video that we watched earlier of Sylvanas talking to Anduin, I'm always reminded of that. What's the movie called? I think it's Gerard Butler that plays the lead role in the movie. I think his wife and child was murdered, and the guy who killed them, or was killed in an accident, and the guy who killed them got off, and then he basically started a war. No, not 300. He started a war against against the system. And at one point, law-abiding citizen, that's the one, Greg G. That's the one, law-abiding citizen. Where he says to the guy, I'm going to bring this whole corrupt system down upon your head. It's going to be biblical. That's what I'm reminded of when I see Sylvanas, is she's going to bring it all down upon their heads. It's going to be biblical, right? That's what she wants to do, and that's so fucking cool. I want to be part of it. And, Terran, since we have you here, could you please pass on to anyone that would listen to Blizzard? We need a more Covenant, because all of us at the moment feel a little bit out of sorts. And just so that you know, actually, what we'll do is we'll go straw poll, and I'm gonna post this on Twitter. Hopefully all the devs pay attention to this. Yeah, let's do that. 3 options, I think, is a good idea. Create the poll. All right, ladies and gentlemen, go vote. Let me know what you think. Would you or would you not? Because I think it's confirmed that most people would. I think it's 100% confirmed that most people would. But I'll share it on Twitter as well, just to make sure. I really want to see what you guys say. Basically, everyone's voted yes. Alright, I wanna know what you guys say about this. I wanna know if you guys would, because I would. Take my soul, yes. Take my soul is yes. I would 100% join the Maw Covenant. I believe that the Maw Covenant is the only true Covenant, is the only Covenant that's gonna fight for us. Because Sylvanas and Arthas will be the leaders of that Covenant. And 100% it would work. I would join the Dark Lady. in an instant. Look, guys, I want to say this. It's never gonna happen. Let me be clear on this. It's never gonna happen. We've seen what happened in BFA with the choice that we were given. Choices in MMOs do not work, especially a choice that deep. Because if we joined the Maw Covenant, we would effectively declare war on our own factions. Anyone that doesn't join our faction we would be at war with them. In MMOs, unfortunately, there's limitations to how those stories can be explored, right? And so it probably would never happen, but it's still an interesting thing to think about. It's still an interesting thing that I would want to be a part of, 100%. And yeah, I would actually join a covenant. I would leave my fucking faction for the Maw faction, if you will. Right? 100%. And no problem with declaring war on my faction. Yeah, I would do it again in a heartbeat. So what you're saying is we are actually meant to be in the great beyond. There is no afterlife naturally. No, I think there is an afterlife. The afterlife depends on who you served in life. It's not an afterlife of sorts. It's a joining of the ranks of your original cosmological force. So whichever cosmological force you belong to, that is the one that is yours. Right? Dangerous, yeah, Terran is here. Although he doesn't want to give us any spoilers. He just keeps saying things that makes us want to play more. So he's being masterful at whetting the appetite, but not giving spoilers. Which sucks, but it's also pretty cool. Would be the Covenant Sanctum. I genuinely don't think they need my ideas. My ideas would basically turn World of Warcraft into a single-player game.